Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a topic that can seem a bit daunting, but I believe it holds the potential to inspire and uplift. If you're tuning in, you might already be familiar with the concept of a target individual. Now, while this experience comes with its fair share of difficulties, I want to shift the focus and explore a different perspective, the hidden benefits that can arise from being a target individual. Yes, you heard me right. Despite the challenges, there are aspects of this journey that can lead to extraordinary personal growth, deeper self-awareness, and even stronger bonds with others. So, let's unpack this together. But, as usual, first off, we're going to start with a story to ensure we're all on the same playing field of understanding. Alright, once upon a time, in a bustling city, there lived a young man named Martin. Now, Martin wasn't your average Joe. He had a unique view of the world because he considered himself a targeted individual. This term, though it may sound daunting to some, was Martin's way of embracing his life experiences in a rather interesting manner. Unlike others, Martin believed that being targeted was both a challenge and a blessing. You may be wondering what this means exactly. In Martin's case, he felt that he was the subject of intense scrutiny and observation, something that could easily be overwhelming. But instead of letting it weigh him down, he chose to look at his situation from a different angle. Being a targeted individual meant that he was constantly aware of his surroundings, always alert and in tune with what is happening around him. This heightened sense of awareness became a powerful tool in Martin's daily life. Let me tell you how Martin viewed life. He found joy in small things that most people overlook. For instance, he would stroll down the streets and notice the subtle changes in the seasons. The way the leaves changed color in autumn painted a vivid picture that made him think about the beauty of transience. He saw people as stories waiting to be told, and each interaction, however small, was an opportunity for connection. One day, while grabbing his morning coffee at a local cafe, Martin overheard a conversation that piqued his interest. Two customers were passionately discussing the importance of community and how sometimes people need a little extra support. Inspired by this, Martin couldn't help but jump in. You know, he said, sometimes it feels like I'm on a different wavelength than everyone else. But rather than let that isolate me, I try to bridge the gap. I found that sharing my experiences can help bring us together. As Martin chatted with the two strangers, he found that speaking openly about his experience helped him support others who felt they were also on the fringes. He realized he wasn't alone. There were countless individuals who felt overwhelmed, marginalized, or misunderstood. His perspective as a targeted individual created a strong empathy within him, enabling him to better understand their struggles. One of those individuals was a young woman named Sarah, who had been hesitant to approach Martin at first. She admired his confidence from afar, but often felt out of place in social settings. Martin could see his hesitance in her posture, and he approached her with warmth. Hey, I get it. Sometimes it feels daunting to put yourself out there, doesn't it? He smiled, and the ice was broken. They spent hours talking and laughing, sharing their stories and learning from each other. As their friendship grew, Martin discovered that his experience had empowered him to become a better listener. He was no longer just the one sharing his tales, he was also learning from others. Sarah confided in him about her struggle with anxiety and the ways she often felt like no one understood her. Listening to her, Martin felt that familiar sense of connection again, realizing that vulnerability, I don't know how to say that word, was a strength in building relationships. Vulnerability. This bond allowed Martin to decompress his own feelings and share stories of resilience and hope. Around Sarah, he became a mentor of sorts. He was not just a targeted individual, but someone who empowered others to rise above their circumstances. They began organizing small community meetups in the park, where people with similar experiences could come together to share their stories. These gatherings created a safe space for many. They would play games, share meals, and talk about everything from their passions to their worries. Each meetup was filled with laughter, tears, and an invaluable sense of camaraderie. Martin had turned what once felt isolating into a source of community strength. The more they connected, the more Martin realized that being a targeted individual brought an unexpected benefit. It allowed him to cultivate resilience. Every challenge he faced had molded him into someone who could inspire to hope in others. Martin learned that adversity often bursts creativity, innovation, and a powerful drive to understand and uplift those around him. One Saturday afternoon, while Martin and Sarah were wrapping up a gathering, she turned to him with gratitude in her eyes. "You know, I never would have thought I'd find this kind of community and support," she said. "Thank you for being so open, for leading us through this." Martin smiled, realizing how far he had come. What once felt like a weight transformed into an opportunity for connection. He understood that being a target individual didn't just signify being singled out. It meant having a voice and using that voice to foster understanding and healing. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Martin looked around at the faces of the friends and the newfound community they built together. He could hardly believe he had turned his challenges into a source of strength, not just for himself, but for others. In the end, being a target individual had become Martin's superpower. With every connection, every story shared, and every moment spent under the open sky, he embraced his unique identity, a journey filled with compassion, resilience, and empowerment. And as Martin stood there, surrounded by people who shared a bond that blossomed from unlikeliest of beginnings, he felt an overwhelming sense of belonging. First up, in building resilience and strength, when you find yourself in situations where you're targeted, you are put under immense pressure. It's easy to feel alone, misunderstood, or even attacked. But here's the kicker. Pressure often leads to creation of diamonds. Going through tough times helps people develop a unique mental and emotional toughness that is hard to come by otherwise. You learn to adapt to problem solving, finding hidden strengths within yourself when it feels like the world is stacked against you. Over time, you begin to realize that you have an impressive ability to stand firm against whatever challenges come your way. Each obstacle you face becomes a stepping stone toward becoming a more resilient, confident version of yourself. You heard it before, pressure builds diamonds. Next, let's talk about the enhanced awareness and perception that often comes with being targeted. When you're in situations where you must stay vigilant and observe closely, your sense of perception becomes heightened. You start noticing patterns, behaviors, and details that might escape the attention of the notice of others around you. This heightened awareness doesn't just apply to what's happening around you, it extends to your internal world as well. You become more attuned to your thoughts and emotions and start understanding the triggers or what triggers certain feelings. This understanding empowers you to manage those emotions more effectively. In a society where so many operate on autopilot, and this kind of self-awareness can feel like a tremendous gift, providing you with clarity and intentionally in your life to approach the life saner. One of the most rewarding aspects of being a target individual is the path to discovery. When adversity knocks on your door, it often forces you to reflect on your values and what truly matters to you. You start digging deep to uncover your strengths and talents and passions that you may not have been or recognized before. This journey isn't always easy, but it can be incredibly fulfilling. By understanding yourself more profoundly, you gain the confidence and clarity needed to live authentically. A life that resonates with who you are at the core. At the heart of this experience is also the development of empathy and compassion. Having faced hardships yourself, you cultivate a greater understanding of the struggles that others may experience. This knowledge helps you connect with others in a meaningful way or meaningful ways, allowing you to become a beacon of support and understanding for those who are going through trials and tribulations themselves. Empathy enhances not only the lives of others, but your own as well. It fosters stronger relationships and builds community, bringing a unique fulfillment through the act of helping others navigate their challenges. As a target individual, you often find yourself in situations where advocacy becomes a necessary part of your journey. You learn to stand up for yourself, articulate your perspective, and seek out support. These experiences hone your skills in communication and negotiation, making you not only more persuasive, but also more confident in expressing yourself. As you grow in these areas, you empower not just yourself, but also those around you. The ability to advocate effectively can transform not only your pathway through challenges, but can enable you to inspire others in return. Many target individuals discover a sense of spiritual growth throughout their experiences. When the external world becomes overwhelming, there's often an inner journey that leads to exploring spirituality or finding inner peace. People might engage in meditation, prayer, or creative activities, seeking solace in these endeavors. No matter the path you choose, this exploration can bring a deep sense of peace and a connection to something larger than yourself. The challenges faced can transform into opportunities for personal growth, allowing you to view the world and yourself from a refreshed perspective. An unexpected benefit of this journey is the supportive community that can form. When you reach out to others who share similar experiences, you create a network of validation, understanding, and friendship. These connections always remind you that you're not alone and provide a space to celebrate victories and seek encouragement during hard times. A lot of that can be built in our comment section. By supporting others, you not only give help, but empower yourself as well. You become a part of a movement of resilient individuals determined to create positive change. As I wrap this up, one of the most profound benefits of being a target individual is the chance to turn adversity into purpose. Your experiences can motivate you to make positive differences in the world, whether through advocacy, art, writing, community building, whatever. Sharing your story has the power to inspire others to discover their own inner strength. So, while being a target individual can be fraught with challenges, it also offers a treasure trove of opportunities for growth and connection. Remember, you are stronger than you think, and you have the ability to rise above hardships, to create a life filled with meaning and purpose. Thank you for being here today. If you're navigating this journey, remember, you're not alone. Together, we can harness the strength, hope, and resilience in tackling any challenge that comes our way. Please like, share, and follow if this message resonated with you. But remember, we're chosen to rise, to inspire, and to thrive. Together, we turn struggles into strength and stories into purpose. This is our journey. We are chosen to. That's our creed. That's our creed. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that I can continue providing you with content like this. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.